Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Dawn Chorus. On the last Let's Play, we came to the Rebel HQ, looked around a bit, and then hung out with Ulrich, where we had a little bit of drink, a bunch of smooches, and maybe something else? Isn't 100% clear, but yeah, that's a full-on relationship there. So, oh yeah, and I did look. There is polyamory in this game, so you can date literally everyone at the same time, and it's cool. So we're also gonna date her. Yes, if we can. I enter Valessa's room and see her pacing around. She looks like she's deep in thought, so I clear my throat. It was enough to get her attention, and she turns to me with a smile.
Oh, hey, Cirrus. I was just thinking about stuff. So much has happened since we got here.
Yeah, it's like this entire adventure, even though it's multiple Let's Plays and we've developed a quite intimate relationship, has been, what, 2 days?
I'm still trying to find a way to save Valinor. I found a few books, but nothing too promising. In fact, some scholars doubt that the idol even helps. They say it's just a superstition or something. But how else do you explain East Crown? Such a harsh and sudden climate change.
Oil, maybe?
And how would you explain Alarinthia, for that matter? Was it destined to always be an arid wasteland? The spirits must have something to do with it. But there's a part of me that hopes they're right. If the spirits weren't keeping us warm, then we're fine. Nothing bad will happen to Valinor at all, right?
Oh, at least with regards to cold.
I can't believe I'd say something like that. All my life, I've been raised to believe in the spirits, but now the best thing to do is throw that belief away?
Yeah.
It's been over 20 years since the idol went dark. I can't say that I've seen Valinor get any colder. There's more to this. There has to be. If they don't protect the land, then what does an idol do? They need to have some sort of purpose, right? All of that energy packed in one small thing. Anyway, I need to study more. I'll get back to you on that in the future.
What, no smooches? She smiles and gives off concern at the same time. It's good that she was thinking about this kind of stuff. Remaining resolute in these circumstances was admirable.
This HQ is a pretty nice place, huh? I'm surprised that those suits of armor built this. Look, there's a bed here. Why would they need that? Dominic says they want to live again, but there must be more to it than that. It's so intricate and clearly built for an army. I really think they wanted to help us out. That's why they built this place the way it is. They must have known what was going to happen.
I mean, it could also be a trap.
But that also means they're defying the triumvirate. What if we could use their own honor guard against them? Though, to be honest, I still feel a bit hesitant using that term. After what they've done to us, there's no honor left to protect. They've condemned the souls of so many victims to servitude. I guess it was only a matter of time before they rebelled too.
She sighs and sits down on the bed. I slowly walk over and sit down beside her.
Look at me. All business as usual. Maybe people are right. Maybe I need to unwind.
Your session with work is kind of
Life
annoying.
can't be any fun if you never take a break, right?
Sometimes I kind of want to pretend to be a dick, but no, we're gonna smooch. Maybe.
Together? Yeah, I can do that. I wouldn't know where to start. There's so much on my to-do list. I guess I should start from the top, huh?
Okay. She motions to the table, and there's a bottle of wine on it. Damn. Getting drunk twice in the night.
Fortum has been bugging me about this for a while. I guess a drink or two will do plenty to help me unwind. Want to keep me company? It's better than staying alone.
Yeah. I nod, and we move from the bed to the table. She pops open the bottle and pours each of us a glass. However, she doesn't sip. She seems hesitant.
Shouldn't we have a toast or something? I mean, we're supposed to drink for a cause, right? I'm new to this, so I'll let you do the honors, Cirrus.
Yeah. Here's to us being good friends. Here's to us getting close together.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
We each take a sip and begin to while away the hours. I help get her mind off her work, sorry, hiccups, and we talk for a long time. After that, I see myself back to the crew quarters, happy. Damn, no smooches? I'm sad. Anyways, let's check out with our good friend Fortane. Enter Fortane's room, see him sitting at the table. He's engrossed in a book. It almost looks like he's studying. I take a few steps forward and announce my presence to him.
Oh, hey there! I was just studying. Valessa gave me lots of notes about being a scribe. Not that I don't know all of it. It's just nice to brush up.
I would like to play this game as a humongous flirt that is banging literally everyone.
Though I'm worried that sword will put me out of business. Visions while you're awake? You'll always know they're visions. Kinda puts my ability to tip you off in the garbage, doesn't it? But you won't have that sword forever. Until then, I study. Honestly, I can't wait for things to get back to normal. I miss my house, and all the little things like that. You take them for granted, and then they're gone. I just hope Valessa finds a way to save Valinor. She seems to be taking this elder business seriously.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have it any other way. The elder needs to be serious all the time. Being in charge of a nation, that's incredible.
Also, it's weird that it's the elder. Like, usually that's old people, you know?
She might just be our youngest elder ever.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool. We're all making history. I'm the first scribe to ever operate outside Valinor. Anyway.
He smiles and stands up from the table. It looks like he's been keeping himself busy.
We have something important to talk about. I spoke to Pro, and he gave me some spending money. So next time I get the chance, I'm buying that climbing gear.
Cool.
And I expect you to become my apprentice, Cirrus. I'll show you the ropes, and then we'll climb the Grand Tree. Hopefully we have time for one last trip before the final battle.
So how does his teeth work anyways? Because those are clenched together, but then that isn't. There's a gap there. Crosses his arms and gives me a sly smirk.
If you get good enough, then we can get competitive. It'd be nice to have a rival. Gives me the drive to improve. I need that extra push if I'm gonna make it to the top.
Oh, whoa.
I just haven't had much time to practice my climbing. I hope I'm not rusty when the time comes. That'd suck. Climbing the Grand Tree has always been my life's goal. The first time I attempt it, I want to make sure I succeed. And they say the best way to learn is to teach somebody else. So you better prepare for some rigorous training. We're doing this.
It seems like he's not about to take no for an answer.
Oh, sorry. My mind is all over the place. Thanks for coming to visit me, Cirrus. It means a lot. It really does. I guess you better head back to Domic. Isn't he waiting for you in the war room or something? At least, that's what I heard. He sure loves to work.
He smiles and then takes steps back towards the table. Before he gets there, he stops in his tracks and turns around. He really was scatterbrained today, wasn't he? Is everything okay?
There's one more thing I wanted to ask you. I just forgot. Or maybe I was too embarrassed. Remember what Domic said about the Honor Guard?
Mm-hmm.
They're powered by the spirits of occupation victims. I know Valessa was thinking the same thing. About our parents. Do you think they're still alive? Down here? Trapped in that armor?
I mean, I wouldn't want to get their hopes up just in case her parents aren't there. I'll just say that.
Understandable. You're on the fence. It's something we can talk about more as a group. Valessa believes they're trapped in there. I know it. I saw it in her face. Back in the tunnels. And to be honest, I feel the same way as her. We can free them. I just have no idea how. Maybe it has something to do with that sword of yours. I should probably get back to my studies, though. Either way, I guess we'll find out soon enough.
He gives me a quick smile before returning to his books. It's admirable how much he's studying, given the circumstances. I decide to leave him be for now and go about my business. Let's see what Poe's up to. I enter the room and see him sitting down. All these rooms are exactly the same. He's hunched over a piece of paper, scribbling notes down on it. It appears to be some sort of legal-looking document. An open bottle of wine sits next to him, and it's still full. 2 wine glasses sit on the table, on opposite sides of each other. Upon hearing my entrance, he looks up at me and smirks.
I knew you'd come sooner or later. Good thing the wine didn't get too warm. Have a seat. This is some good vintage stuff.
Jesus, we are gonna get absolutely plastered. I pull out the chair and sit across from Pro. As soon as I sit down, he starts pouring us some wine. It's dark crimson red, and appears to be quite thick.
At least that's what the guy told me. I just asked for their most expensive wine. That job from before, I made more than I thought.
Cool.
I asked myself what I should do with all of it. I mean, there was a ton to spare even after buying food. All I could think of was share a drink with my new friend. So, here we are. Hopefully it's something you enjoy. I'd hate to buy you a treat you didn't like.
Oh, are you trying to win me over? I mean, we did say as friends, so I can be flirt, right?
Wait, I didn't do that already? I already have this whole lovable rogue thing mastered. It's just a matter of sealing the deal with some wine. Last time we hung out, I didn't really get the chance. I was worried I'd scare you away when you found out what I do. It's dirty work, but it helps us survive. Somebody has to do it, right? There's a big difference between me and a regular swindler, though. I do it because we need to survive. They do it for fun and riches. After the war is over, I won't need to do this stuff anymore. Trust me, I long for that day to come. I want to just kick back and work on my writing. Right now, I only have time for this kind of stuff.
Motions to the paper he was writing on, and sighs.
Organized blackmail, pretty much. That guy I mentioned last time, I was able to bribe him. He gave us tons of money to hide his growing misconduct.
You bribed him with blackmail? What?
Of course, that makes it sound so bad, but you always need to get everything in writing. So we found a better way to word it. Listen to this. I offer Pro this sum of money in exchange for discretion. See? Doesn't sound too much like shady business, does it? Information is a huge market, and so is stopping the flow of it. Everyone is so caught up on doing stuff to make money, and here I am able to make it all by staying my hand. You just need to think outside the box a bit, Cirrus. Anyway, enough about that. We should talk about the important stuff. How are you enjoying the new HQ so far?
Better, now that I'm alone with you. I mean, we've already had a hard talk where I said friends, and I feel like if you don't do all the flirty stuff, you miss out. I mean, yeah, you miss out, because, like, there was a part where, Fontaine says that, that Ulrich's dating us, kinda? Or flirting with us.
Oh, is that so? I guess the drink really won you over then. That's what the guy told me. It was a romantic wine. I mean, not that I was trying to be romantic. Jeez, I hope you don't get the wrong idea. Unless it's the right idea? Then please, by all means.
You want to give me your sausage? We continued to talk for a while, taking slow sips of wine. The atmosphere here is a lot better than back in the tavern, and it feels like we're getting to know each other far more.
Honestly, I'm having a really great time. It's not often I get to put everything on pause.
Pause.
Right now, I don't have a care in the world.
Nice.
If we have more time, want to do this again? I mean, time might be pretty scarce in the future.
Okay, did say that
what
there.
little time I have, I'd totally spend with you.
My time is precious. I'll think about it. Yeah, let's just be like, hey, friends.
Right, that settles it then. I'm glad we were able to, push past that awkward stage. You know, the whole, hey, I'm a swindler part of this. I promise it'll be good times and wine from here on out. Though, I still think you should be my workout partner. Next time, maybe I'll challenge you to a little race.
I'm not gonna be a slut. I'm only dating 2 people at the same time. Keep drinking until the wine's all gone. Just casual conversation. Nothing too intense. Once we're done, Pro stands up and yawns.
I guess this is it then? For now, of course. It's getting late. You shouldn't keep Dominic waiting too long. As much as I hate to cut this short, I mean, it's nice to just push aside all responsibilities. Let's make a habit of it. It'll be like a ritual of ours.
He smiles and I stand up, ready to leave. But I guess he's not ready to see me off just yet. Running forward, he offers me a firm handshake.
Thank you, Cirrus.
And with that, he's back to his own business. Sitting at the table, he's lost in that letter once more. Leave the door with a smile on my face. I'm glad we got along. Enter Dominic's personal quarters. I'm just visiting everyone and see him sitting on his bed. He's gripping something in his hand. It looks shiny and metallic. Take a few steps forward, making my presence known to him. He immediately jerks in fright, startled by my entrance. Looking away from me, he wipes his eyes with haste. He's wearing a wide smile by the time he looks back.
Oh, hey there. Just keeping up my habit of not being receptive, I suppose. If I knew you'd be here so fast, I would have put out some food.
Fast. He stands up and walks to the nearby table. After places an object he was holding on it, he lets out a soft laugh. I look at it when I get the chance. It appears to be some kind of brooch.
I trust our HQ is to your satisfaction. Hopefully the rebels have been treating you with respect. That blade strapped to your back pretty much gives you away.
Well, I haven't actually met anyone else besides our crew.
Let me know if anybody acts out of turn. I won't hesitate to put them in their place, you know. You're our honored guest, and should be treated as such.
Flirty, since it isn't the main thing.
Hey now, don't get used to it. Your guest privileges extend only so far. After today, you'll be under a strict training regimen.
He pulls out 2 chairs and proceeds to sit down. Taking the side closest to the brooch, he laid down. He looks up at me.
Care to join me? I wouldn't mind getting to know you a little better. You're more than just a CRS after all.
I can't tell if these are teeth right here or if that's like a chin kind of thing. Who knows?
It's rude of us to treat you like some sort of symbol. I know some of my troops do that to me since I'm the general, but there's more beneath the surface. So much more.
I nod and take a seat in the chair opposite Dominic. He smiles and leans forward, displaying an attentive pose. It's like a speech and makes me realize it's my turn to speak. I tell him everything I can, pretty much summing up my life. I tell him how I met Fontaine, Valessa, and how I grew up. But most importantly, I tell him about the loss of our parents. As soon as he hears that story, I can see him tense up, and the music stop. He reaches for the brooch, and clenches it tightly in his hand. After a few moments of holding on to it, he starts to relax.
The occupation. We all lost something special that day. But some of us lost far more than others. What an unlucky day to be in Mazea, huh? Your parents could have easily avoided that mess. Mine, however, well, not so much. I don't remember what my parents did exactly.
It's complicated.
I think they owned some sort of tavern or restaurant. It's odd how I remember little else but the chaos.
He sums down his chair, his posture emanating sorrow.
I wouldn't normally tell anybody this, but you're special. Oh, not really special, but you caught me holding on to it.
He holds out the brooch, and I get a clear look at it for the first time. It's a floral pattern, clearly feminine. I'm curious why he fancies it so much.
This brooch? It used to belong to my mother. She loved it. I made sure to retrieve it from her body after the occupation.
He scoffs before shaking his head.
I remember the piles of bodies, hundreds of them lining the town square. The days after the occupation were horrid. Corpses as far as the eye could see. Luckily, I knew exactly where they kept my mother's body, so I went straight to it.
I could have sworn at some point in this game they were like, hey, the occupation was bloodless or non-violent.
How did I know? Well, maybe I'll tell you another time. Just know that this brooch means more to me than anything else. When I hold on to it, it takes me back to simpler times, you know? I don't tell anybody because they need me to be strong. You can't win a war with sentiment after all. I have a certain image to maintain.
Looks at me with a smile.
But I feel I can be myself around you. You have the same burden, the same appearance to keep up. When we're together, I just feel like I can be myself.
And I can be myself, which is horny. I like you. Let's do this. Because we're not going for Domik. We're only getting 2 people, not a slut. Until we get sick of each other, you mean?
Good, then it's settled. We'll make sure to do this again. There's plenty more to talk about. And sorry for venting about the occupation. It's not exactly the most cheery subject, right? Just felt right to open up to you some more.
He stands up and pushes the chair back in. I guess that was my signal to leave for now. I stand up and offer my hand for shaking. He does nothing, and I'm left looking like a fool. It isn't the first time he refused to shake my hand. Rather than comment on the matter, he changed the subject. It is kind of weird.
Let's meet in the war room whenever you're ready, CRS. This might be your last resting day for a while, so spend it wisely.
Ian smirks and sees me out of the room. It was nice to learn more about him and his past. Rather than being the general, he's become a friend. Guess that's everyone, and he's not part of the party. Yeah, war room. See what's up. Moving to the war table and initiate Act 3. Act 3 is a long series of cutscenes with no side content. Please make sure you have sufficient time side to watch. I mean, if... I don't know. Should I do that? I mean, I guess I have time, so we can start. Enter the war room and see Domik standing over the table. He's moving wooden figures from place to place, forming a strategery. I guess that was my first time seeing him in action. It was impressive.
I'm glad you came, CRS.
He talks to me while he works, displaying grace and lack of effort. It's almost like this is second nature for him. What was he planning? I notice a map on the table with figures scattered around different regions.
So tomorrow we'll begin your training with the Blade of Exodus. But in addition to that, we'll have to train you in swordplay as well. I think Ulrich should be free. I can't really think of a better teacher.
Even though he already showed me a sword, woo. Maybe. He eyes the scabbard on my back, and to the base of the sword.
We think that the more you use it, the more you'll tolerate it. If you're like me, you got overwhelmed the moment you touched it. It's about adapting. Slow exposure will help you become stronger. But we're also in a rush, so I've worked out a schedule for you. It balances both exposure therapy as well as combat training. There's a bit of free time in there too. You'll be needing it.
He points to a paper resting on the war table. I pick it up and start to inspect its contents. It's a detailed itinerary, I'm impressed.
Now, there's one more thing. The spirit idol we discovered is right down there. It's a bit of a walk, so I'll have to show it to you later.
He points to a small exit in the back corner of the room. It's almost like the entrance of a cave. It stands out. They must have dug out a large portion of this room.
It's
Really
also
makes
where I
me yawn.
chose to bury Salus, our former leader. I guess I can be sentimental when it comes to that stuff. It just seemed like the right thing to do, you know?
So how'd you get his body but have him die?
Now, let's go over your...
Before he can continue, he's immediately cut off. Pro runs into a room, panting heavily, clearly exerted. There's a hint of fright and concern on his face, too.
Dominic, come quick!
Pro, what's going on? I'm in the middle of a meeting here.
The meeting can wait, Dominic, please! Grizz is here and he's causing a commotion!
Now, is he the guy that went to the castle and came back?
What? All right, let's go. We should probably talk to him, CRS. I'm pretty sure I know what he's after.
We all nod to one another, and Pro starts leading the way. Whatever is coming our way, I'm sure Dominic could handle it. Slow fade. Run into the atrium to handle the situation as fast as we can. When you arrive, I see Ulrich standing imposedly before Grizz. A good choice, or it could fight off almost anyone.
Stand down, Grizz. I only want to see Dominic. We had
Oh,
a deal,
that guy.
and it's his turn to deliver. Don't forget, I'm the only reason you're down here.
That was the other guy. Grizz looks back toward us, noticing our entrance.
Please, Ulrich, stand aside. Insubordination isn't your style.
He tilts his head back towards Dominic. Ulrich turns and looks, noticing that we're here. Saying nothing, he turns around and walks away. He rests his back against the wall and simply watches. It seemed like almost all of the tension was cut from the air. Those two men in deadlock were a scary sight to behold.
Good. Now, Dominic, it's time. Unless anybody else wants to challenge me.
Watch with your eyes. Dominic takes slow steps forward, cautious not to make any sudden movement. Grizz grips the handle of his hammer, resting on his back, as if to threaten.
Now, Grizz, let's remain calm. I fully intend to hold up my end of the bargain. There was just some important business to take care of.
Motions towards me.
Yeah, I know. But all the pieces are in place, Dominic. Will you please take me to see it?
Dominic shuffles in place, anxious.
I suppose I can rearrange my schedule a bit. Sorry if it appeared like I was going back on my word.
I'll accept that apology when you take me to the idol. I'm sure you understand. I'm past the point of buying time. And make sure you bring that new friend of yours as well.
Oh, so it was the idol he wanted? And from the way he spoke, he wanted me as well. Of course, it's all likely related to the Blade of Exodus.
Very well.
Dominic simply concedes without contest. Of course, before he could move, there was an interruption. Being a rebel was a busy life. It's always something. However, this something was far bigger than any of us imagined. Dominic looks at us in shock as a young man slowly enters the room. With heavy, labored steps, they appear to be weak and tired.
Shane? Shane, you're back!
Dominic runs forward, and Grizz steps back. He seemed to understand what's going on, too. Shane had come back from his trip to Balteros.
Dominic.
Shane, I can't believe this! I was so worried we lost you!
Everyone watches in awe.
Did they hurt you? Are you okay? Do you need anything? Pro, go grab some water, quick!
No, Dominic, I'm fine. Don't worry about it, Pro.
Bro stops in his tracks upon hearing this. If anything, it just looked like Shane needed some rest.
I'm sorry, Domek.
For what? Oh, don't be silly, Shane. I'm the one who should be apologizing here. It was foolish of me to send you into danger like that.
Shane steps forward and wraps his arm around Domek. Everyone seemed relieved, and all the tension was gone. I feel like he's gonna stab him. Even Grizz cracks a smile as he watches his happy reunion. But Shane takes advantage of our lowered guard. Reaching into his pocket, he pulls out a dagger. You can't kill him. Or any of us can react. The damage is done. Domek screams and stumbles back into shock. Okay, I thought the entire plan was him to be caught. He knew about that plan. What was... So wait, he wasn't... His reaction wasn't fake? Shane was fast, his abdomen covered in wounds. He shakes, blood spilling on the floor at an alarming rate.
Shane?
Oof. 50%. Orc is the first to react, and he tries to restrain Shane. However, it's no use. He's far too agile to be caught.
Shane, what have you done?
He doesn't respond, and grabs the bow and some arrows from a nearby weapon stand. All of us are panicking, not sure what to do. Would Ulrich take on Shane? Could Ulrich take on Shane alone? Within a few moments, though, that is the absolute least of our worries.
Sovy, now!
Immediately after, Sovy enters the room from the entrance to the tunnels. There's a man in white suit armor with him, too, like honor guard. What is he doing here? This was definitely too coordinated. We're in trouble.
Sometimes I wish it wouldn't be so easy. Look, Helen, even the suits of armor are still alive. All the time in the world, and they didn't even act.
I think that might be an interesting cliffhanger to call. Woof. Well, that's going to be the end of this Let's Play. So comment, cuz I like comments, something you like, dislike, tips, as always. If you like my YouTube and would like to see it grow, then please like, subscribe, and share other videos to help it grow. And please remember to spay and neuter your animals to help control the pit population. I mean, hell, I should have checked the time, because I felt like something was going to turn there, and I probably could have stopped it just before thing with a cliffhanger. Yeah, well. Balls. This ain't good. And until next time, Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Winds of Change. Where apparently the spy that we did send was as stupid as he was making out to believe. So thanks and see ya.